Hey everyone! So normally, I'm not the type to give up. It wasn't even in my vocabulary in any of the languages that I knew, except my native language, English of course. I didn't know how to say it in any of those languages that I was learning because it just wasn't a word that I ever needed, because I always had this attitude of following through and just trucking through until I get everything done and get to the end. However, there are times where we really want to give up in language learning. Now, I'm an advocate for just finding your motivation and reigniting that fire for the language that you wanted to learn in the first place. So, for instance, there have been times where I've wanted to give up with learning Korean, but I don't, because I remember why I wanted to learn it in the first place, and that just keeps me going. Besides, why would you want to get through all this work, all this studying that you did, only to leave what you already had going in motion? There are times where maybe you really absolutely do not want to continue learning the language. It makes your life miserable. And even if you try to take a break, that's not enough, because I'm also an advocate for taking a break, because sometimes that's all you need. Just refresh your mind and then go back to the language that you're learning. But sometimes it just doesn't work and you're never going to make it work. Although, I believe that you always can make it work. However, if you're really feeling that way, and there's absolutely nothing that you can or want to do in order to keep studying that language or motivate yourself, and you're ready to move on, then what I would say is to not just leave that language on the shelf, inactive, never using it, but I would say to maintain the language to the best of your ability. So listening to music, watching shows, writing in your journal. That's if you're at least an intermediate level, conversational or more. Just practice once in a while, keep it fresh in your mind. You're not actively studying it, but you're using what you knew. And maybe you'll find some passion out of there. But if you're in a situation where you don't like the language anymore, maintain it, because you don't want to waste all that hard work, maybe years of studying, maybe not years of studying, but if you're past the beginner level, then you gotta give yourself some credit for getting that far, especially if you're doing it on your own or taking measures to do it outside of class and not for homework. But I would say that in addition to maintaining it, you can move on. You can start learning a new language that interests you, but make sure that that interest is going to last, or that at least you think you could keep that fire going. Because what happened to me at first, years ago when I started learning languages, was that I would start learning one, wouldn't get too far, and then I'd lose my passion for it, and then start a new one, and then keep going and going, because all of a sudden I hear a song and I like a language, and then I'm like, I want to learn this language, but then I don't continue, and then I don't get anywhere because I've started in a bunch of languages, but I don't keep continuing. Because continuing is what is going to get you through to getting to the level that you desire. So I would say maintain it, but then also start the new language while maintaining the other one, so that you don't lose all that work that you did and that it wasn't all for nothing. That's all for today. Let me know if you've ever done that before and how that's worked out for you. But honestly, just try to keep pushing forward, because I don't think you'll regret it. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye bye!